Hello Gemini and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be your 2024 predictions. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and clear the energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. There you go. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Okay. So we're going to go by each month and see what we have here. Starting with January. Oh, a lot of messages already coming through. So we'll start out with January and then we'll move on to each of the months. So for January, I see that there was some level of reconnecting with somebody that you haven't been talking to or that you had blocked ties with. This person, place, or thing, it could be your job, it could be your family member, but the energy I'm picking up is that you had really good memories with them. You hold them in a good light, but there was a level of separation and neglect that was happening within this connection because somebody here was unwilling to move due to some level of stubbornness. They were just not, the energy I'm picking up is somebody here not willing to see things eye to eye with another individual, another energy. And I see here that, it is what it is. I feel like what had happened in the past, it was meant to happen. So you don't have to worry whether or not, why this had to happen. It was necessary. In February, I'm picking up that stubborn energy is still there. However, this person, they're trying to deal with you in a very almost like business-like way. There's some level of a lack of warmth when it comes to this individual. They're very, I don't want to say cutthroat, but they're very communicative when they need to be, and something about the way they communicate can be very sharp, and I don't want to say mean either, but it may come off as that. And as a result, I see you being a little bit defensive and holding your ground and not necessarily being rocked by their demeanor towards you. In March, I see, a lot of joy and happiness and forward movement when it comes to family life or people who you consider family. And there's just a lot of momentum and movement forward. I see if you guys were planning on making some level of a vacation or traveling, like a family vacation or something like that, I see that being very good around March. And just overall, just very good energy when it comes to the month of March. A lot of happy times with loved ones. April. So there's somebody here that you met in the past and they gave you a lot of heartbreak. They gave you a lot of I'm getting this like betrayal kind of vibe. They didn't want to hear you out. They didn't want to see your point of view. And there was some level of you having to walk away from the situation to find your peace. And it was a great it was a great idea for you to do that, because I feel like there's some level of reflection when it comes to April. I feel like April marks like a significant time, and there's definitely some level of letting go. I feel like this is something that you may have carried for at least a year, some sort of betrayal or deceit that came across you. But I feel like in the month of April, you were kind of letting that go. You're finally accepting what has happened. In May, I feel like this energy from the past that you were dealing with, there I would not be surprised if they try to pop up trying to get more money from you, or trying to get some of the resources that you were trying to protect yourself with. It felt like somebody here was trying to take your cake and eat it too, kind of thing. Um, and it just really uh, left you in a difficult place where you're just like, you're doing the best you can. You're doing whatever you can um, to move forward, charge forward, knowing that you have been betrayed in the past. And overall, though, so 2024, the overall energy, though, is that there is going to be somebody here who's going to be financially generous with you. Okay, so and I'm getting a strong feminine energy. So whether that's your mother, whether that is your aunt, your wife, or your sister, I'm just getting this very strong feminine energy. Obviously, I'm reading energies here, so it doesn't necessarily have to be gender specific, but I'm getting a strong maternal feminine energy coming through. So let's go ahead and move forward to June. Let's move on to June. Let's go ahead and clear the energy. For June. This wants to pop up. I'll take it. Yay. Oh. Okay. June is a very good energy for you. Oh. June is a very good energy for you. Okay. Okay, all of that one is a couple. We'll take it. We'll take it. This one has to pop out. You definitely see work coming for you in the second half of the year. Yes, yeah, I really like the second half of 2024. The energy is overall looking very good. So in the month of June, I see you connecting with younger members of the family, or youthful energy is surrounding you. They could be your grandchildren, nephews, nieces, or the neighbor son or daughter, whatever. But it's just like I'm getting childlike energy, that people you consider family, and again, a very strong feminine earth energy is what I'm picking up. So this is June is Gemini season, so you may be spending a lot of time with your family and people who you hold very close to your heart. And there's some level of working with family, working together, that is going to be very beneficial for you. When it comes to July, um, when it comes to work, I see that you're very used to doing things a certain way, your way. You have a system, and it sometimes is very. It can be a challenge to start different projects or whatnot, um, with new people because you're so used to doing things your way. And so I do, even though there's going to be a lot of work coming your way, there's going to be some level of defensiveness that you may be feeling in July. So it's a, there's nothing wrong necessarily to when it comes to being stubborn or being, standing your ground. It's just gotta be, at what cost or what level. Is there some level of balance? Are you doing it because of ego? It just really depends. So it I'm getting this like feeling of burden when it comes to your work because you, in a sense, want to prove to others that you know what you're doing, and you're kind of being challenged. In August, I see that, there's somebody here. Um, you know how we were talking about in the first half of the year, there was some energy. I think it was for March, right? There was a person that is very communicative yet cutthroat when it comes to their communication. I see them here again in the month of August, but this person, they're exhausted. I feel like the reason why they had to say what they had to say and come off, wow, I'm feeling their energy. The reason why they had to do all of that wasn't because they didn't love you. They needed to stand their ground. They were defending themselves in a way, and I they hope that you don't take it personally. They are doing it for themselves. So if they come off as if like they're setting some major boundaries, that's exactly that. They felt like they may have been, misunderstood or taken advantage of in the past. But all I can see that all they have is nothing but love. And so, and for you, nothing but love for you. And if they at all in the past had to come, especially in August as well, if they do have to be communicative and talk to you in a certain manner, it's real. The universe is really encouraging you to, take a step back and try to ask yourself, why are they saying what they're saying? Are they saying it to hurt you? I think not. I see, I'm picking up on their energy, and it's very much like they're not saying things to be mean. They're saying things out of love and ultimately to stand up for themselves. And I think when you really deeply look within and reflect and see and try to understand from their perspective, you totally, wholeheartedly know that they they do mean well. But what they're doing is they're trying to stand up for themselves, so they're not being taken advantage of. Um, And please remember, this is a general reading, and we do have cross watchers. You're more than welcome to cross watch to other signs. And if you have, like, for an example, a strong Sagittarius placement in your chart, then feel free to check that out. Or if you're dealing with, a Leo, then feel free to go and check their forecast as well, because you may be able to pick up on some insightful messages there as well. And also, I am reading energy, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if it's your story and which side you're on. I see here in September, there is some level of you having to wait. There's some level of sadness. I feel like whoever you had some level of a conflict in August, um, they pulled back and you pulled back, and so there's this kind of waiting around, feeling a little sad about the whole thing. Perhaps you guys may have had a combative or had a debate or something like that where you guys weren't necessarily seeing things eye to eye. And as a result, opinions were said. You said what you said, and there's some level of a cool down where you guys will have a moment to take time for yourselves to reflect and just kind of heal from the situation. I feel like some things aren't going to be immediately done. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but I feel like this time apart, this time to yourself is going to really help in healing any, sadness or depression that might have come with um, some level of a communicative battle in a sense. So I would not be surprised if you have some level of a verbal confrontation or something like that, that may have started in August and then that kind of resurfaces again in September. Um, and there just needs to be some time apart. Good news is that in the month of October, things there is momentum. There's an opportunity for you to do what you want, do what you've been wanting to do. I see that finances are good. I feel like you've been you've been given an opportunity, and there's some level of um, saving up that I'm getting that you've been doing throughout the year. Yes, there has been some moments where you've been very generous with your finances and what you have, but ultimately you are trying to build a nest. You are trying to save some money for a rainy day, and I see that you've been doing that in 2024. So I feel like by October, you feel like you have enough of enough funds under your belt, so to speak, to feel very comfortable and feel very secure when it comes to your finances. So let's go ahead and move on to November and December. November and December. All right. So the battle continues. Just kidding. Let's see what we have here. November. Okay. All right. So in November, the individual or, whoever you're dealing with, um, the person that was very communicative towards you, who you may have had a verbal fight back, etc. It's become a burden on the connection for the both of you because you guys are so happy when you guys are together. You guys genuinely enjoy each other's company, and it really is burdening for both parties here to not communicate, not at least in a cordial and loving manner. And so November and December, I feel like you know, this is technically the time of the holidays, and I feel like there is this force. You're being forced to spend time together. Um, but it's like, even though there is conflict, even though there are burdens, you know, those are all the things that you guys are willing to shed, because at the end of the day, I see here that you guys do want to work together, be together, spend time together, because there's a lot of love. This person truly loves you. Okay, so that's just what I'm picking out for each month. Let's go deeper. Like, who is this person? I'm just gonna do a little extra for you guys, because I feel like this person that you're gonna have a very communication. I don't want to say war, but like, this person you may have conflict with, that even though there's a lot of love, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into that. Okay, so I mean, this person definitely knows how to break your heart. Like, if they're sad, you're sad, and that's powerful, because that means you guys have like a strong soul tie. And yeah, and I know there's conflict, and you don't want the conflict, but it's just like it keeps popping up. Like, what is going on? Okay. All right, so let's just see. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So this kind of, I mean, this connection, what was presented to you to help you become a better person, to help you work on yourself. And there's some level of shedding that I'm seeing for you in 2024. This person is going to really help you be on the fast track to improving yourself. So I see here that your, you know, overall energy is that you, in the past, I'm not saying that you haven't really worked hard for to get to where you are, but at the same time, you have been given a lot of opportunities where people are able to be generous with you. You felt very taken care of. You felt like, I mean, yes, there were times where you were generous with other people, but I feel like recently a lot, you know, there's an energy here that's been very generous with you. Um, and this person that you're dealing with, they have a lot of love for you. There's no denying, like, even you can't deny that they don't love you, or they don't have a lot of feelings for you. But the way you view them is like, you don't take them seriously. Like, what they say, you don't take to account. You kind of dismiss it. Like, it's kind of like, you know, you're the type of this is an example that I'm getting as a download, so just take what resonates. But the example that's coming to me is like that type of person that will read something on a Reddit thread, or read something on Google or Wikipedia or whatnot, and you say, that must be it. That's the answer. That's the end all be all. Whereas this person you're dealing with, you're like, perhaps they're younger than you, or they're of different gender or whatever, and you're just like, you dismiss them, whether that's be due to their age or whatever. You just kind of feel like they don't know better, or they might not have more experience. Like, you're just giving them less credit and value for the type of knowledge that they bring. You're willing to receive the like information and confirmation from every other outlet except for them, and they feel very like what's the point? Like, what's the point of arguing and fighting and trying to change your mind about something when you've already made up your mind that whatever you read online, whatever you heard from a neighbor or somebody else, like whatever they say is true, but whatever this person is saying, you just take it as a joke. And so this person is very, like, they're tired, they are upset, they are, so that just kind of makes sense as to why they may have, I don't want to say lash out, but they really had to learn to stand up for themselves and their belief when it comes to perhaps providing advice for you, because I feel like this person has a lot of experience, a lot of emotional experience, and I feel like you can be very logical based, and so they're trying to let you know, like, I feel like this person has a very intuitive sense as well, so like, so they may be like very good at reading energies or reading people's intentions and through their intuition. And I feel like there's some level of temper between this connection. Like, it's like when you lose your temper or when you know, just all of a sudden flip in a different energy, like they feel like, okay, well, they need to match you, they need to be a strong enough opponent to accept and reflect what you've been doing with them. And so if there is some level of impatience or not giving them enough credit or something like that, they're gonna be your trigger. Like, they're gonna make sure that you know that that's not right, but at the same time, like, they're exhausted. I can sense that they're exhausted. So I see that, you know, you are going to try your best to be communicative, and because it does hurt, I can see that it really does hurt when they stand up for themselves, but at the same time put you in your spot, put you in your place in a sense, and you're also learning from them that, like, how to be a better person, you know, like when they help you see what is right and what's wrong, and they're gonna show you through their actions, because I think they get the feeling that when they see you, it's not necessarily what is being told to you. When you actually see them doing uh, carrying things out through their action versus their words, you kind of, in a sense, hold yourself accountable. And so, just ultimately, I'm just getting this feeling like this is a work in progress, this connection. There's a lot of love here, but there is some lack of respect that I'm feeling. Like, you're not giving them credit, um, and it's just like whatever they say, whatever, you know, how much they try to convince you, you're not necessarily accepting of it. And I feel, and that's the stubbornness that I picked up earlier as well. So that's just definitely something to be mindful of. Let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Let's do it, okay? Spirit. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to say. What's the final message from Spirit for 2024? That Gemini needs to know. Oh my goodness, it's powerful. I can already tell you it's a powerful message. It's a powerful message. That's a powerful message I'm picking up. Okay, alright, Spirit. Let's go and see what's the message that Gemini needs to know. One more. What's the final message? Okay. Isn't it amazing that this was the first? Wasn't this the first card that was on the thing? All right. Message from Spirit. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Okay. So, isn't it fascinating how this energy keeps popping up, right? So, Spirit's message here is that the person that you've been having a very vocal, um, combative communication with, this person, they're they're sad. Like, oh my gosh, this person is so sad that you don't give them enough credit. You let them feel left out, and ultimately it's because, wow, you do that to them because they have so much power over you. Like, oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so the download I just received was that, so this person did the same thing to you in the past. They made you feel left out. They made you feel like they weren't respected, or they made you feel like you weren't respected, and um, they just kind of left you feeling like this. So in a way, it's payback. Your spirit is saying that you're making this person feel like poop, feel like poop, um, because they have the capability and potential to make you feel that way. And it's almost like hurting them before they can hurt you, kind of thing. And I feel like, you've had this combative communication with this person in the past before, or whoever you're dealing you've had that kind of incident before. And I feel like they have really distanced themselves from you in the past, and there were these opportunities to rekindle and amend whatever fallout that you may have had. But a part of you still carries with you that hurt that they made you feel in the past, and ultimately they had to do that because you weren't respecting them. And so it's kind of a circle, like a repetitive cycle that I'm seeing here, is that needs to end. I oh my gosh. So the reason why this is happening is because you are so in your head about um, how this person can just cut you out of their life. You kind of really want to show that you are able to cut them out of your life if you really wanted to, but it's just like nobody wants that. You don't want that, and you are at the end of the day just as exhausted by all of this as they are with this as well. And I just feel like this person, this energy that you're dealing with, you have a lot of care and love for them. This was like you guys were kind of like peas in a pod, in a sense. Like, you guys got along really well, and just due to some level of disrespect or lack of respect, and not giving each other enough credit, that I see here, that you're holding on to something that you really need to let go. Nobody here is doubting you. Nobody here sees you less. Nobody here is putting a magnifying glass over you. Like, as soon as you change that perspective, and as soon as you move on from that self-consciousness, and it almost kind of, I'm getting the word pity, like you're like nobody is pitying you. No, like, don't feel pity like for yourself either. No, I'm getting this, like, whatever happened for you in the past, like you're not it. Yes, like life. Oh, I'm getting so you know how like I got that you were betrayed and you were taken advantage of and people try to get your money or something like that. I feel like because you were still hurt by that, um you are projecting that hardship and pain onto others, and it's just not fair. And that's one of the reasons why this person is not going to deal with that. What you have to realize is that they're not the person that hurt you. Yes, they have the capability to hurt you, but I just overall, this energy, their energy is with love, with care. And at the end of the day, they're just trying to stand up for themselves. So it's the spirit is really trying to say, know your enemies, you know who's on your side, know who's foe. Um, all right, let's go ahead and wrap up the final wrap up this reading with my little I was gonna say with my blue ball, but I don't know, just let's just ask. Okay, so think of your question, you know here, think of your question, and let's see. I should give this ball a name. I don't know, I'll think about it. And the answer is, so it shall be. There you go. That is your answer. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to come back to this video throughout the year. And yeah, so let's catch you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye.